ఇన్స్పైరబుల్ పర్సనాలిటీ ఈరోజు మనతో పాటు ఉన్నారు డింపుల్ మెహతా గారు. మరి వీరికి పరిచయం చేసే ముందు వీరి గురించి ఇంకొంచెం తెలుసుకుందాం రండి. మరి ఎన్నో అవార్డ్స్ రివార్డ్స్, మరి ఎన్నో డిఫరెంట్ ఫీల్డ్స్లో యాక్టివిటీస్, మరి ఎంతోమంది హై పర్సనాలిటీస్తో కలిక. మరి ఇలాంటి ఒక గ్రేట్ ఉమెన్ ఈరోజు మనతో పాటు మన షోలో ఉన్నారు డింపుల్ మెహతా గారు. మ్యామ్, వెల్కమ్ టు ది షో.
Thank you so much. I'm incredibly honored, humbled and grateful for having me here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. It's our privilege, ma'am. Ma'am, before saying something, I had given a short introduction about you. Can you please tell from where you had started the journey?
I started my journey, my professional journey, right from a teacher. And yes, at every stage I took up any opportunity that come across my journey, and I did it dedicatedly, honestly, putting in my best efforts and having the concept of growth mindset. And yes, today I am here.
Ma'am, for so many women, those who are especially who are well literated but with the zero job experience, they are sitting at home simply like that. For those women, what you want to give an information?
Okay, so let me tell you that when today I'm here, it's not only just because of the work that I've done. Of course, that plays a vital role. But along with that, it's the testament to the power and potential that every woman has. And my dear women, it's you who make the difference in this world. And I'm proud to be one of you. So please live up your dreams. And I really would like to learn from you, collaborate with you and celebrate with you the journey of womanhood.
True, ma'am. That's really happens. But tell me one thing. For every successful man, there is a woman. As well, for every successful woman, there is a man.
Yes.
So who is behind your success?
There are many people, honestly. My friends, my family, everyone plays a very major role behind the success. Yes, to start with, my parents who gave me a beautiful shape to what I am today. And even I feel that if I take even a fractions of what they have, I would be privileged. So yes, my parents are the ones. Then my father-in-law, yes, he is the strongest pillar behind what I am today. And yes, backed with my husband, and the greatest strength is my son.
Wow. Mari పిల్లలు ఎంత వీక్ పాయింటో పేరెంట్స్కి అలాగే స్ట్రాంగ్ పాయింట్ అని కూడా మ్యామ్ ఇక్కడ చెప్తున్నారు, రైట్ మ్యామ్? సో కిడ్స్ ఆర్ అట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ వెన్ దే ఆర్ బీయింగ్ అ వీక్నెస్ పాయింట్ టు అ పేరెంట్, దే ఆర్ ద స్ట్రాంగెస్ట్ పార్ట్ ఆల్సో.
You nailed it. You are right.
Yes, ma'am. They play a very vital role in the parenthood, right, ma'am?
Yes.
So definitely we'll come to your family, but tell me one thing. You went through so many fields.
Yeah.
सबसे पहले शुरू करते हैं पुलिस ट्रेनिंग का.
Okay.
So how did you reach there?
It's just that they approached me for the session, and so that was the time where I was general manager of an institute. And then they approached me for the session, and I gave it. So their challenge was that they are extremely good in their core responsibilities, but the only gap in them was when they write any they draft any letter. So their way they had some problems with English language, And yes, I give training to them on it.
వావ్ జైసే ఇప్పుడు ఇంతకుముందు మనం ఏవీలో చూసామండి కిరణ్ బేది ద ఫస్ట్ ఐపీఎస్ ఉమెన్ ఐపీఎస్ ఆఫీసర్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా.
Correct.
రైట్ మ్యామ్?
Yes.
షీ ఈస్ డెఫినెట్లీ అ వెరీ బిగ్ ఇన్స్పైరబుల్ పర్సనాలిటీ.
Indeed, she is.
సో తనకి కలిసాక how the experience when you met Kiran Bedi?
Oh, it was thrilling, electrifying conversation. And one of my memorable incidents and the memories that I still cherish is being with her. It was outstanding. The kind of personality that she carries, the voice and her body language, very strong and very firm.
And who is your inspirable personality, ma'am?
My mom.
Wow. For every children, her mom is
Yes.
inspirable personality,
Yes.
and father is a hero.
Correct.
So mom, you choose mom, right? So definitely mom को देख के आपको ऐसा क्यों लगा कि yes I have to do something?
And I'm sure you'll agree with this, Madhuri, that in every child's life, the highest influential factor is their parents.
True.
And of course, the same is with me. But as in when we grow, my bond with her grew as well. And so I cherish every moment with my mom. Whenever my mom calls me, whatever I do it, I never miss a chance to lift her call, and I never miss a chance to talk to her.
దట్స్ రియల్లీ ట్రూ. నిజంగానే కదండి, ఆడపిల్లలం ఎంత కాదనుకున్నా ఒక ఏజ్ వచ్చాక మామ్కి అంటే అమ్మకి చాలా దగ్గరగా అవుతాం మనం. ఒక ఫ్రెండ్గా, ఒక బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్ అనుకోండి, ఒక మంచి సఖి అనుకోండి, మనం మామే అని అనుకుంటాము, అన్నీ షేర్ చేసుకుంటాము. డెఫినెట్లీ మ్యామ్ చెప్పిన దానిలో ఏ ఆశ్చర్యం లేదు, ఎందుకంటే మామ్ ఈజ్ ఏ ఇన్స్పైరబుల్ పర్సనాలిటీ అని అంటున్నారు. మ్యామ్ టెల్ మీ ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ డిడ్ యూ స్టార్టెడ్ యువర్ జర్నీ?
So I started my journey with a summer camp.
Summer camp.
Yeah, so this I did it at home, and when my son was in grade 6, he was around 12 years old, and I conducted a summer camp at home for all near dear ones and friends and families and all. That was a huge hit. So we friends, we collectively did this. We were 3 friends, and there were many other friends who supported us in that project. And then after that, one CBSE school approached me for joining that school. And yes, my journey started with school then. But yeah, I'm a certified, I've done a certified course in a finishing school. And I'm a certified corporate trainer as well. So that has always been my passion to train different, varied people from varied domains. And I did that.
And even you had trained so many people,
Yeah.
including the parents.
Correct.
So tell me something, how you came across the human beings? Like definitely everybody has their own perceptions.
Yeah.
They enjoy with their own perceptions. They don't want like everybody has their own ethics, and they don't want to get down out of that. And for such things, did you find any difficulties?
Yes, I did a couple of times. So there are many schools who approach me for parenting sessions, and I did. And there are pretty good schools. If you can, have a look at my social media platforms, you will come across. So these schools, I regularly conduct parenting sessions for them. And in one of the sessions, as you said, I did encounter this one parent where the parent said, how can you expect me to spend quality time with my child?
True.
I have responsibilities towards my family. I have to perform my household chores. I have some responsibilities towards my workplace. And so that's the reason why we are sending my family. We have decided to send my child to school. And then you ask us, school ask us to take care of it. Then how do you expect me to do that? So yes, there are certain parents, and I tell them, ma'am, it's you who are supposed to prioritize the things in your life. So I leave it to you. But I strongly advocate you to, do this, which is for the betterment of the child, of course.
Ma'am, definitely you have came across so many challenges
Yeah.
in your life. Which part do you really enjoyed?
Trust me, it was every part that I enjoyed. But that enjoyment was at the later stage. Because when I was undergoing the challenge, Yes, I thought of raising my bar for every challenge that I faced, and I feel blessed and honored that I have come across so many challenges. Trust me, every word what you're hearing is right. And so when you come out of that challenge and when you turn back and look around, you feel that yes, you have really flourished in a very different way. So I still remember the very first training to the professors of engineering college. Um, my body was shivering, yes, indeed. And in my every session as a trainer, I ensure that I craft them. But trust me, when I turn back, I look around, and when I compare my very first session to my last session, I feel I was crafted. So it's always self-reflection, enhancing your performance, and that's what I have done, and that's something like growth mindset, which I just mentioned some time back also, that in every challenge I have tried to put in my best efforts, and then I realized that yes, even this is something that I'm able to do.
Great, ma'am. You went with the parenting, you went with the professional lecturers,
Yes.
as well the police people.
Yeah.
So, which part of the field you feel, yes, I can mold them very easily, and these people are like, oh, like a bit shit, I can't go with the tackle part. Which part you feel really good, and which part you really feel difficult?
To be very frank, there's nothing like difficult. It all comes through experience. Now, if you undergo certain circumstances, certain situations where parents put forward to you, you try to empathize them. And that's where you can probably give them the correct answer. You have to empathize a child, you have to empathize a parent. So when a parent is coming to me, at the end of every parenting session, there are parents who talk to me personally for their sibling, for their other child, or for their own cases, their siblings or anything. So yes, I try to empathize them, and I also try to empathize the child, and then I give them the suggestions. When I talk about training the leaders of any software company, all these leadership training programs, I of course again try to empathize the management and of course the employee. So employer and employee, and that's where you are able to suggest them the apt solution. And not every solution will work with every people. Of course, when you listen to them clearly and with a peace of mind, you will then come to know that what best will work here. So listening is one of the strongest skill that each one of us should possess, especially in this domain.
Wow. వినడం చాలా మంచిది అని అంటున్నారు మ్యామ్. ఖచ్చితంగా ముందున్న మనిషికి మీరు ఎంత వింటే మనం వాళ్ళకి అంతా అర్థం చేసుకోవచ్చు. అదేవిధంగా ఎవరైనా మీకు సజెషన్ అడిగితే డెఫినెట్లీ ఫస్ట్ మీరు వినండి, దాని తర్వాత మీరు బెటర్ సజెషన్ ఇవ్వచ్చు అనేసి మ్యామ్ అంటున్నారు. డెఫినెట్లీ ఇట్ ప్లేస్ ఎ వెరీ డొమైన్ రోల్ ఇన్ దాట్ మ్యామ్, రైట్? సో బీయింగ్ ఏ ఉమెన్ వి షుడంట్ ఫర్గెట్ దాట్ कहीं भी घुमा फिरा के फाइनली वी आर एट हाउस वाइफ.
या
पूरी दुनिया घूम के आने के बाद में भी शाम तो आ जाएंगे, इट्स ए हाउस वाइफ. सो हाउ यू फेस चैलेंज, हाउ डू यू फील लाइक वो इजी पार्ट है कि ये इजी पार्ट?
Nothing is easy and nothing is difficult, to be very frank. It's just the routine and it's just part of your life.
Okay, that's it.
And if you are honest to your heart, I think nothing to worry about.
क्योंकि ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं मैम, చాలా మంది చూస్తున్నారు women, those who want to know how we can tackle the things, because so many women are those who are working women, they are working outside, they are coming back, they are taking care of their families also.
Yes.
Then definitely at a point they'll break down. So आपके life में
balancing is something that we need to work on, ma'am. And when you try to balance your work life and your family life, you need to prioritize certain things. You need to ask certain questions to yourself, and wherever you have to say no, there's always a beautiful way to say no. So if you have that art, of course you can do it. There's nothing, no rocket science here. It's just that you need to have that quest and passion and love towards anything. If you strongly love somebody or something, you will justify it.
Definitely. బట్ మ్యామ్ కూడా వాళ్ళ క్యారియర్ స్టార్ట్ చేయడానికి, తన క్యారియర్ స్టార్ట్ చేయడానికి 12 ఇయర్స్, అంటే వాళ్ళ బాబు 12 ఇయర్స్ అయినంత వరకు ఆగారు. అంటే మ్యామ్, టెల్ మీ సంథింగ్, వై డిడ్ యూ స్టార్టెడ్ యువర్ క్యారియర్ వెన్ యువర్ సన్ బికమ్స్ అప్ టు 12 years? Why didn't you started your career earlier?
So I had certain responsibilities with me. The time when I got married, I didn't have my mother-in-law. She expired 5 years before my marriage.
Okay.
So I had my grandmother-in-law, I had my father-in-law. Both of them loved me a lot, and yes, as I told you, both of them played a major role in giving me a beautiful shape. And as I said, my parents played, and my brother, he's a gem of a person. And he is the one right from the foundational stages. They have given me this shape. So yes, as you rightly said, because I remember my brother told me when I got married that we really love you and we trust you. And that's the only thing he told me, and he's just 1.5 years elder to me. But just because of that trust, that love that they had, I didn't want to do injustice towards my family. Because when I'm getting married, I have certain responsibilities on my shoulders, and my near dear ones, my family members, they do expect from me. And so I thought of disposing my duties to my best possible abilities. Another major thing that I choose to start working after he was grade 12, because I wanted to make his foundation strong. I didn't want to compromise with that. So whenever my child feels that he needs me, I should be there with him, irrespective of whether we have a conversation or not. But I need to get that trust to him that whenever you need, I'm always there, and I'm approachable, and I'm there to read you, to look at you, and to just sit beside you without even uttering a word. So I ensured that his foundations were made strong academically, and also a positive character. And then where I choose to become a professional.
Great, ma'am. You have a very good journey behind.
Yes.
Really a very successful journey, we can say. But ekkado chinna obstacles, some hurdles, some obstacles might be there. Without hurdles, we don't fulfill our journey. Success story never fulfills until we have
Yes.
hurdles, right, ma'am?
Absolutely.
So why did you choose this profession? Like, we have n number of professions. You can become, as we came to know, you did your journalism too.
Yeah.
Then why you did not become a journalist, or why you did not become a reporter or something like that?
So as I said you, I love my family, and I revolve around family. Whatever my decisions are is always, my family has been a very influential factor in my decisions. So yes, there were certain situations
you are speaking
where I had to forego for my journalism, because the time was totally different then. But I had that passion to write, so I kept writing. I wrote a beautiful poem for my mum, and I've started writing a book, and not completed yet, but yes, I am in the process of that. So I'll never stop in my that passion of writing. I'll continue with that. But yes, I choose this because gradually I realized that the set of skills which are required to be a trainer, I possess that, and I kept enhancing and crafting it. Yes,
Wow,
please.
that's really good, ma'am. Ma'am, we have a caller.
Yeah.
Hello.
హలో
నమస్తే అండి, ఎవరు మాట్లాడుతున్నారు?
మేడం, నా పేరు రాధికా రామన్.
రాధికారామన్ గారు, ఎక్కడి నుంచి మాట్లాడుతున్నారండి?
నేను బళ్ళారి నుంచి మాట్లాడుతున్నానండి.
ఓకే అండి, ఈరోజు మన తరుణిలో మనతో పాటు ఉన్నారా డింపుల్ మెహతా గారు. గ్రేట్ ప్రొఫైల్ ఉందండి. మరి మీరు కూడా వారితో ఏమైనా మాట్లాడాలి, అడగాలి అనుకుంటే అడగచ్చండి.
మేడం, డింపుల్ గారు నమస్కారం అండి. నా మెయిన్ క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే, ఇప్పుడు మీ సెషన్ వింటున్నాను, అంటే మీరు ప్రొఫెషనల్ లైఫ్, మీ ఇల్లు అంతా చాలా బాగా మేనేజ్ చేస్తున్నారు. సో నేను వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాను, కానీ బట్ నేను మేనేజ్ చేయలేకపోతున్నాను. సో దానికోసం మీరు ఏమైనా కొన్ని టిప్స్ ఇవ్వగలుగుతారా? అంటే ఎలా మేనేజ్ చేయాలి ఇల్లు యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ప్రొఫెషన్ మన వర్క్ ప్లేస్ లో?
Can you translate?
Yeah, actually she's saying that she's a working woman, and as you manage both family and the profession, she's unable to go through that easy. So
Okay.
can you give tips on that?
Oh, definitely. So there are certain tasks which are inevitable to be done by the member So if there are certain tasks that it's only you who are supposed to do it, you should not rather compromise in doing that, because there is no other replacement there. And the places where you can replace someone, try to opt for someone taking up that responsibilities. Number one. Number two, when there is task to be done which could be done by somebody else, you can always look out for those solutions. But when there are certain people where you have to be with them, never look out for any other options there, because you cannot replace yourself with someone else when there's a bond with the people. Always look for someone else when you have to complete a task. So I think based on this tip, you can set your priorities, that where you are required and where the work, you have to ensure that it's done.
రాధిక గారు, హలో.
చెప్పండి.
రాధిక
Yes,
గారు,
ma'am.
మ్యామ్ చెప్పింది విన్నారు కదా?
అవునండి.
హోప్ఫుల్లీ అర్థమైండొచ్చు.
యా, అర్థమైంది. కాకపోతే ఇప్పుడు మేడం అన్నారు కదా, అంటే ఎక్కడ నా ప్లేస్ ఏదైతే ఉందో వేరే వాళ్ళకి నేను రీప్లేస్ చేసి ఆ వర్క్ ని అలాట్ చేయొచ్చని, కానీ అది యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయలేకపోతున్నారు ఇంట్లో వాళ్ళు. సో అక్కడ నాకు ఛాలెంజ్ వస్తుంది మేడం.
మ్యామ్ క్యా బోల్ రే, వాట్ షీ సేయింగ్ ఇస్ sometimes the family persons, they are not really supportive.
Okay.
So at that time she is really facing a challenge. So for that, can you give any tip?
Yes, you have to be very careful when it comes to the very thin line or the fragile bond with your family members. Always take them into consideration. Never go against their will and wish. So one thing, either you convince them, second, you get convinced. That's the only way. If you have a strong zeal to do something, and if you think you are able to convince them, take their convince them and take their consent to do what you want to. If not, you have to accept what they are telling you. So never go against the family members, and be very open. Have that lines of communication very transparent with your family members, because ultimately at the end of the day, it's not only you who need them, it's also they who need you.
True.
So it's both the ways.
Yes, true.
And there is nothing beyond family. Trust me, there's nothing beyond the family members.
True. రాధిక గారు,
చెప్పండి మేడం.
మ్యామ్ చెప్పింది విన్నారు కదా? డెఫినెట్లీ స్ట్రాంగ్ మీరు చాలా స్ట్రాంగ్ గా ఉండి, మీ విల్ పవర్ చాలా స్ట్రాంగ్ గా ఉంటే మాత్రం డెఫినెట్లీ కన్విన్స్ చేయడానికి ఫస్ట్ ట్రై చేయండి, అగైనెస్ట్ వెళ్ళకండి అనేసి అంటున్నారు. బికాస్ డెఫినెట్లీ మీకు వాళ్ళ సపోర్ట్ ఎలా కావాలో అలాగే ఏదో ఒక పాయింట్ లో వాళ్ళకు కూడా మీ సపోర్ట్ కావాలనేసి అంటున్నారు. సో నెవర్ గో బియాండ్ ద ఫ్యామిలీ అనేసి అంటున్నారండి.
ఓకే మేడం, తప్పకుండా మ్యామ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ మేడం.
థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ కాలింగ్ ద షో. మరి చూస్తున్నారు కదా, ఎన్నో టిప్స్, ఎన్నో కొటేషన్స్ అండ్ ఎన్నో ఇన్స్పైరబుల్ వర్డ్స్ వస్తున్నాయి మనకి మ్యామ్ దగ్గర నుంచి. వీ క్యాన్ హ్యావ్ మోర్ ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ అబౌట్ దిస్ మ్యామ్. మ్యామ్, టెల్ మీ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్. వాట్ డిడ్ actually I want to know, even my viewers want to know,
Sure.
what actually you had your studies like, until where you studied, because all the professions, all the experiences what you have, it's like,
let me be very frank. The true study, the true thing that really worked in my life is my experience. Nothing works best than your experience. That's the only thing that's going to work with you and will help you in your career or at any place.
Definitely, those women who are watching you, ఎంతమంది ఆడవాళ్ళు ఇప్పుడు చూస్తున్నారు, ఖచ్చితంగా అందరికి ఒక డౌట్ ఉండొచ్చు, మేము చదువుకున్నాము బట్ మేడం వెళ్ళిన ప్రొఫెషన్లో మేము వెళ్ళలేకపోతున్నాము అనేసి అనుకుంటుండొచ్చు. ఏ విధంగా స్టార్ట్అప్ చేయాలి మా కెరీర్ అనేసి కూడా చాలా మందికి క్వశ్చన్ ఉండొచ్చు. మ్యామ్, టెల్ మీ సంథింగ్, హౌ టు స్టార్ట్అప్ విత్ ద కెరియర్ మ్యామ్, యాక్చువల్లీ for both the women, those are married and those are unmarried?
Okay. The first thing is you need to know the strengths that you possess, the weaknesses that you possess. There are certain set of weaknesses that if you try, you can try to overcome those. Also, after you understand that these are your strengths and these are your weaknesses, you also need to understand the environment that you are in. What works best? What are the work opportunities that you are having it in your vicinity? Along with that, of course, as we discussed, discuss it with your family, what best works with you, having the time constraints, work challenges, and the household chores and all. But yes, understand all these things and try to work on your crafting your own skills. So there are certain stages in life where you feel that you are not able to do it. So there are certain weaknesses. So let me give you my example. So this is something very secret which I'm now telling it on open platform. When I was working as a general manager in one of the institutions, I was very poor at drafting letters. And I took help of my father-in-law. And after his demise, I had to do it on my own. So there is a company where I worked, where the very first time that manager asked me to draft a letter, which was sending a strong message in the mail to a corporate office, where I have to complain about a person, where in this mail I'm supposed to have that person in CC. So in a very subtle way I had to draft that they are not offended and the message is very strong and clear. It took me 24 hours and I did it. Henceforth, to date, in whatever company I work, they ask me that without my approval, just do not send any messages. So yes, there are certain things which you really feel that you are not able to do it just because you haven't done it to date. But when you try to, you will realize that you are able to do it, and in a very, very, very better way where you have never expected it to be. That is something I call it as growth mindset, where you raise the bar of your performance every time. It's the power of yet, as simple as it is. That I didn't do it yet, and then you keep doing it and you keep growing yourself. So yes, all the women out there, a strong message to you: you are the one who is going to make a difference. So do not leave any stone unturned to fulfill your dreams, but yes, justify it for the people, your family members, your friends, whom they expect something from you, and you also have that love and affection towards them, that you are justifying them. You are justifying with the love, affection and time, and then go ahead with it. But there is no stoppage if you really carry that zeal and passion. There is no stoppage. You can.
వావ్, వింటున్నారు కదండి. రియలీ ఇంత ఇన్స్పైరబుల్ వర్డ్స్, ఇన్ని ఇన్స్పైరబుల్ సెంటెన్సెస్ ఒక ఉమెన్ విన్నాక డెఫినెట్లీ ఈవెన్ మనలో కూడా ఒక జోష్ వస్తుంది. ఇంకా ఎన్నో ఇన్స్పైరబుల్
ప్రాముఖ్యత ఉంటుంది. మీ ముందుకు మేము తీసుకొస్తున్నాం బెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది డే. ఒకరి మాటను మరొకరి మాటల్లో వింటే నా మాట వేరొకరి నోట ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో మీరు తప్పకుండా చూడాల్సిందే. చాలా మంది హీరో హీరోయిన్స్, డైరెక్టర్స్, సింగర్స్ ఇలా చాలా మందికి నంది పురస్కారాలు వచ్చేస్తూ ఉంటాయి. ఆ నంది అందుకున్న సినిమాలేంటో ఒక లుక్ వేద్దామా? ఈ స్టార్స్ ఒరిజినల్ లైఫ్ ఏంటో మీకు తెలుసా? వీటి వివరాలు తెలియాలంటే స్టార్ జర్నీ, అసలు మగువలు ఎప్పుడు ఎలా ఆలోచిస్తారో వారికే తప్ప మరెవ్వరికి తెలియని వరుసమా. ఇలాంటి మగువల గురించి సరికొత్త ప్రోగ్రామే మగువ మనసు. పాలిటిక్స్ అంటే తెలియని వారు ఉండరు. అసలు రియల్ లీడర్స్, వారికి ఒక స్టోరీస్ ఉంటాయిగా. పొలిటీషియన్స్ కోసం మన సిటీ విజన్, మై పర్సనల్ డైరీ, మీ సిటీ విజన్ లైవ్ లో ఒక సెలబ్రిటీ స్టార్డమ్ యొక్క రియల్ లైఫ్ స్టోరీస్ ని నాతో పాటు మీరు తెలుసుకునే సరికొత్త ప్రోగ్రామే సెల్ఫీ. ప్రతిరోజు టాలీవుడ్, బాలీవుడ్, మాలీవుడ్ ఇలా ఏ లాంగ్వేజెస్ అయినా సరే ప్రతిరోజు మేము మీ ముందుకు తెచ్చేస్తున్నాం సిటీ టాకీస్ తో. నువ్వొక వరం అంటారందరూ. అలాంటి వేల కోట్ల నవ్వుల సమూహాన్ని కలగలిపి లాఫింగ్ క్లబ్ తో మాతో పాటుగా మీరు చూసి నవ్వుతూ ఆనందించండి.
శుక్రవారం రోజు సిటీ విజన్ మీ ముందుకు ఏ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ తో రెడీగా ఉందో చూసేద్దామా? ప్రతి రోజుకి ఒక స్పెషాలిటీ ఉంటుంది. తెలుసుకునే ప్రోగ్రామే మీ బెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది డే. ఎన్టీఆర్, ఏఎన్ఆర్, కృష్ణ ఈ పెద్ద స్టార్ సినిమాలను ఉప్పం దాలిస్తే గత చిత్రం నేటి తరం ఇప్పటి రోజుల్లో ఇలానే నడుస్తుంది. నడిచేవి థియేటర్లో. మరి ఇలాంటి 100 రోజుల సినిమాలను వెండితెర శతదినోత్సవం గొప్ప గొప్ప నట చాతుర్యంతో అలాంటి మహానటిమణుల కోసమే మనం చేస్తున్న చిన్న ప్రయత్నం ఈ మహానటి. ఒక సెలబ్రిటీ స్టార్డమ్, పాటల గురించి కూడా తెలుసుకునే సరికొత్త ప్రోగ్రామే సెల్ఫీ. బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఫేస్, బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఐస్, ఇలా మగువల అందాలను పోగొడుతూనే ఉంటాం. ఇంకాస్త అందంగా చూపించే ఒక చక్కటి ప్రోగ్రామే బ్యూటీ లుక్స్. ప్రతిరోజు టాలీవుడ్, బాలీవుడ్, మాలీవుడ్ ఇలా ఏ లాంగ్వేజెస్ అయినా సరే మీ ముందుకి తీసుకొస్తోంది సినిమా టాకీస్. ఆనాటి జ్ఞాపకాలు ఈ రోజు మనం ఫ్యామిలీతో గుర్తు చేసుకుంటుంటే సిటీ విజన్ లో మీరు చూడండి అపురూప గీతాలు. చూసారుగా, ఇవి శుక్రవారం వచ్చే ప్రోగ్రామ్స్, సో డోంట్ మిస్ ఇట్.
సిటీ విజన్ సింగింగ్ స్టార్.
హాయ్, నేను సింగర్ రవికాంత్. సిటీ విజన్ సింగింగ్ స్టార్ లైవ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ పాడడానికి నేను వస్తున్నాను. నాతో పాడడానికి మీరు రెడీగా ఉండండి. సిటీ విజన్ సింగింగ్ స్టార్ లైవ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఆదివారం 10:30 నుంచి 12 గంటల వరకు. బీ రెడీ, డోంట్ మిస్ ఇట్.
హాయ్ అండి, నేను మీ సింగర్ కమల గాయత్రి. ఈ ఆదివారం ఉదయం 10:30 నుండి 12 వరకు సిటీ విజన్ సింగింగ్ స్టార్స్ లైవ్ షోలో నేను పాడబోతున్నాను. నాతో పాటు మీరు కూడా పాడడానికి రెడీగా ఉండండి. డోంట్ మిస్ ఇట్.
సిటీ విజన్ సింగింగ్ స్టార్.
వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు సిటీ విజన్ ప్రెజెంట్స్ తరుణి. సో ఈరోజు మన ఉమెన్ ఇన్స్పైరబుల్ పర్సనాలిటీ మనతో పాటున్నారు మిసెస్ డింపుల్ మెహతా గారు. ఎన్నో ఇన్స్పైరబుల్ కొటేషన్స్, సెంటెన్సెస్, వర్డ్స్ తోటి మన ముందుకున్నారు. మన ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ ఎలా ఉన్నాయో అన్నీ చెప్పింది, అన్నీ తెలియజేసింది. స్టిల్ దెర్ ఆర్ సో మెనీ థింగ్స్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లోర్. మ్యామ్ ఒక ఎన్జిఓ కూడా హెల్ప్ అవుట్ చేస్తున్నారని తెలిసింది. మరి మ్యామ్, టెల్ మీ సంథింగ్ అబౌట్ దిస్ ఎన్జిఓ.
Yes, it's very good to help them, and the major purpose of anybody's life, or rather if I talk about my work, the purpose of my work is to basically attribute benevolence and humanity to create that celestial beauty in every human character. So if you have this motto with you, of course you need to explore helping as many people as possible across and around.
मैम, एनजीओ जैसे जहन में आता है, we have n number of NGOs like for children welfare, women welfare, so many NGOs are there. With whom really you work for?
I work for many, and yes, ultimately it all revolves around enhancing their skills. So whatever I work for them is I train them, I do my counseling to them, may it be career counseling or psychological counseling, but I help them in these areas, and that's what my contribution is in helping these NGOs.
So NGOs बोलते कि n number of difficulties,
Yes.
n number of questions,
Yes.
so many. हर तरह को टैकल करना is not that easy, क्योंकि हर एक प्रॉब्लम अलग होता है.
हाँ.
तो how you tackle with such things and how you come up with those things?
So yes, whatever they require is where we need to help them. So they might require ABC, but what if we contribute in DEF, which might not be relatable? So always work on what is the requirement. May it be some materialistic things. Yes, we are always there, and we do. Where time is required. So there are certain people where they don't want even a single rupee or a single product. They just need your time to be with you. Of course, we need to do that. There are certain people who need some materialistic things. Of course, we need to provide that. So yes, that's how we help them for what actually is required.
గ్రేట్. ఎంతమంది ఆడవాళ్ళు ఉన్నారో డెఫినెట్లీ అందరికీ ఒక క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చి ఉండొచ్చండి. ఫ్యామిలీకి చూసుకోవడమే మాకు టైం సరిపోవట్లేదు. ఇక్కడ మ్యామ్ చూస్తే మాత్రం ఎన్జిఓ చూస్తున్నారు, ఫ్యామిలీ చూస్తున్నారు, ప్రొఫెషన్స్ చూస్తున్నారు, అందరికీ పేరెంటింగ్ సెషన్స్ ఉండనియండి, ట్రైనింగ్ సెషన్స్ ఉండనియండి, అన్నీ ఇస్తున్నారు. హౌ కుడ్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ మేనేజబుల్?
Oh, it's all nothing difficult. It's no rocket science here.
We have 24 hours of time where
Actually, if you are organized in your schedule, in your work, nothing works best. And this skill of getting organized, I took it from my son.
wow.
Yes, he's the one who taught me how to get yourself well organized. So yes, that's what I do. I make my to-do list every day, and today he gets my to-do list. That what is he supposed to do? So yes, that's how I work of scheduling my datas. Before I go to bed, my next day's task in 4-5 different domains are ready, at my home front, at my personal front, at my office front. And if you are well organized, yes, you do have sufficient time. That's 24 hours with you, and you can do anything that you wish to.
యా, 24 గంటలు మనం జనరల్గా అనుకుంటే మనకు సరిపోవనేసి, కానీ మ్యామ్ ఇక్కడ సరిపోతుంది, అది మోర్ దెన్ ఎనఫ్ అని అంటున్నారు మ్యామ్ మాత్రం. జనరల్గా పిల్లలు పేరెంట్స్ దగ్గర నుంచి నేర్చుకుంటారు, అది సహజం. బట్ పేరెంట్స్ పిల్లల దగ్గర నుంచి నేర్చుకోవడం అనేది మాత్రం ఆశ్చర్యజనకం. మరి మ్యామ్, ఇట్స్ రియల్లీ సర్ప్రైజింగ్ వెన్ యూ టోల్డ్ అస్ దట్ యూ హ్యాడ్ so many things learned from your son.
Yeah.
So it's really shocking a bit because sometimes more of the time happens like children are taking good things, good qualities from parents.
Yes, so that was the time where I really spent every moment with him, where that good shape was supposed to be given, letting them know what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. And then once when you are creating them in that structure, in that mold, and then the only thing that you need to do is trust your child. And trust me, there are lot of things to be learnt from today's generation.
True, ma'am. That's
And yes, my child possesses all 21st century skills and he's an outstanding man now. So
Wow.
I'm blessed to have such a son, a beautiful human being, a lovely heart, and yes, I learned a lot of things from him.
గ్రేట్ అండి. మరి డెఫినెట్లీ ఆ మోల్డ్ ఈరోజు వీళ్ళ సన్ ఉన్నారు అంటే డెఫినెట్లీ మ్యామ్ కూడా ఎక్కడో హార్డ్ వర్క్ చేస్తారు. ఎందుకంటే ప్రతి పేరెంట్స్ మ్యాక్సిమం మదర్స్ చాలా మటుకు హార్డ్ వర్క్ చేస్తారు. ఒక తన పిల్లలకి బెస్ట్ ఫ్యూచర్ ఇవ్వాలి, బెస్ట్ పర్సన్ అవ్వాలి అనేసి మంచి మోల్డ్ చేయాలని అనుకుంటారు. డెఫినెట్లీ ఇట్స్ అన్ అప్రిషియబుల్ పార్ట్ మ్యామ్. ఐ మస్ట్ సే దట్.
Thank you, ma'am.
So it's really feeling very heartily that you're saying about your son. It's really, really good because so many things happens. Like we came across our family, yes, with our daughter, son, and all those things. But here you are appreciating your son a lot. It's really great, really
you.
appreciable, Andy. Ma'am, tell me something about you met Governor. How this coincidence came around?
So I'm a Rotarian, and for this project of Pothra juice, which we wanted to eradicate it. And
What is this project Pothraju, ma'am?
it is something, an old culture where people harm themselves. And yes, and so we wanted to eradicate, and then we were working on it from this Rotary Club, and that's how we came across and we met Dr. C. Rangarajan, and it was a memorable meeting. I still cherish that moment. It was highlighted on Star TV and those channels.
Yes,
also
yes,
print
we do.
media. It was print media and social media. It was
Yes, ma'am.
highlighted.
That's really great. Ma'am, you are working for NGOs, right, ma'am? So definitely you'll go through some sessions like
Yeah.
social welfare sessions.
Yeah.
You might have went through some documentaries, might be.
Yeah.
So do you remember any one of them?
But I cannot be biased in narrating any one or two. But yes, all are very close to my heart, and all of them are rocking and they are doing good.
So on which subject actually you work along?
So I work on positivity. I work on skill enhancement. Positivity, when I say, it's kind of enhancing your positive attitude. It's about skill enhancement and just making a soul beautiful, and making them empowering them for the future challenges that they face.
Is it comes under meditation or something like that? Because when power, inner power we are talking about, definitely we'll look after yogas and meditations.
It's a combination of everything. Yes, it does.
వావ్. సో ఇక్కడ కాంబినేషన్ ఉందండి. మెడిటేషన్, యోగా చేస్తేనే ఇన్నర్ పవర్, పాజిటివిటీ అనేసి ఎక్కువ పెరుగుతుందంటారు. అలాగే సో మెనీ సెమినార్స్, సో మెనీ పాజిటివ్ మనకి ఇన్స్పైరబుల్ పర్సనాలిటీస్ ముందుండి చెప్తుంటే మాత్రం ఇంకా ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ వస్తుంటుంది. పాజిటివిటీ అనేది ప్రతి మనిషిలో ఉంటారు, కానీ కొన్ని సందర్భాల వల్ల వాళ్ళు పాజిటివిటీ పక్కన పెట్టేసి నెగిటివ్ పార్ట్ ఎక్కువ ఆలోచిస్తుంటారు. సో ఆ నెగిటివిటీ తీసేసి పాజిటివిటీకి ఎలా అప్రోచ్ అవ్వాలని చెప్తుంటారు. మ్యామ్, can you share with us your one of the experience where you had came across such positive seminars?
So where I have attended.
You had given awareness about the positivity.
Okay. So yes, there was this session where I conducted and I was speaking all positive about the situations and how to face and all. And there was this one participant from the audience who cross-questioned me, and I was flabbergasted. And yes, so it was something like, not to have negative thoughts and not to hit your child, and it was all about on those lines. It was to the parents and all. And then this parent stood up and he asked me, did you ever hit your child? And I said, yes, I did. And that was once that I had hit him, and to date I still repent for that, because every day when he goes to his office, he touches my feet and he goes. So I really feel that that was the worst thing that I did in my life, of hitting him once also. And yes, I did encounter these situations also.
సో తప్పదండి, పేరెంట్స్ అన్నాక ఎక్కడో ఒక దగ్గర పిల్లలకి మారం చేస్తున్నా సరే వాళ్ళ కరెక్ట్ ఇది తప్పురా ఇది కరెక్ట్ అని చెప్పడం, ఒక దారి చూపించడంలో అప్పుడప్పుడు చేతులు ఎత్తడం కొట్టడం అని జరుగుతుంటుంది. మరీ గారభం చేసి పెంచితే కూడా బాగా పిల్లలు చెడిపోతుంటారు. ఎస్, మ్యామ్ కూడా ఒకసారి కొట్టారు వాళ్ళ అబ్బాయికి. ఈ రోజు కూడా దాని గురించి బాగా బాధపడుతున్నారని చెప్తున్నారు. ఎందుకంటే ఈ రోజు వాళ్ళ అబ్బాయి చూస్తుంటే మాత్రం షీ ఫీల్ రియల్లీ ప్రౌడ్ అనేసి అంటున్నారు ఇక్కడ.
He is a very successful man.
Wow.
He is doing outstanding at his workplace. The people who have joined his company after him also still didn't reach to the ladder where he is today. So he's doing outstanding, and I'm really proud of him.
Really, it's really proud of having such a great personality. అదంటారు కదా, great people comes from great personalities, right, ma'am?
Nothing like
we have such taglines where we can go through such things, ma'am. Tell me something about NGOs where you might have went with the women welfare also. In such cases, how you make them feel trust? Because some women they're unable to trust people easily because of some incidents or something like that,
Yes.
which came across in their life.
Right.
So for such women, how do you convince them?
So these women specially, I ensure that they become independent in their life. Of course, they have had enough of their bad experiences in their journey to date, but that really doesn't mean that the good people on this earth are not existing. So ensuring to build that trust once again on people, but yes, at the same time to be very cautious also. And the strongest part is to make them independent, and providing them the required skills, set of skills that they require to become independent is what I contribute to them.
So how do you show the path, ma'am? Like, do you becoming independent is not that easy.
I know.
Because we have to face so many challenges when you come out, when especially women come out. ఒక ఆడపిల్ల గడప దాటితే చాలా ఛాలెంజెస్ ఫేస్ చేయాలని చాలా మంది అంటుంటారు. ఇది నిజమే అండి. గడప దాటితే అబ్బాయిలు ఏమో తెలియదు కానీ అమ్మాయిలు మాత్రం చాలా ఛాలెంజెస్ ఫేస్ చేస్తారు. ఇప్పుడు ఇవాళ కూడా చాలా ఛాలెంజెస్ ఫేస్ చేస్తున్నాం మనము. బట్ స్టిల్ ఒక ఎంపవర్తో, ఒక ఉమెన్ ఎంపవర్తో బయటికి వస్తున్నాం మనం. అలాంటి మ్యామ్, ఫర్ సచ్ ఉమెన్స్, హౌ యూ వాంట్ టు గివ్ inspirable things, like yes, how could you can tackle the things, how we can manage about the social activities and all,
to which kind of women?
To the women, those who are facing the community people or those who are facing the family persons too.
Okay. So yes, nowadays this hybrid mode is also working very well, and you need to understand, as I said some time back, what are you good at, what are the skills that you can try to learn, what is the environment, the conducive environment that is possibly making you do the things, and of course the consent of your family. Considering all these aspects, try to enhance the skills that are required for the task or the work that you are looking forward to. And yes, you need to work on enhancing your skills. Try to balance it. Balancing is something very important skill. Not to get carried away with a lot of disturbances that you get in your life. All these are just part of the challenge. If you are passionate enough, if you have that strong love towards that work or towards the motto in doing that work, then there is no stoppage. And be honest to yourself and to your work is what matters. In any work that you do, may it be a startup or may it be any job, ensure that there is one social cause associated with it. Without it, if you cannot be just doing everything for yourself, there should be some social cause, and there should be your love associated with somebody or something, and then of course you can and you will achieve it if
Wow.
you and your heart is pure. Yeah.
That's really great, but it's not that easy without any support, ma'am. Definitely, a woman or any person, any human being, when they want to move forward, they need a support.
True, true. I agree. I agree.
So,
If whatever task it is, you can, the things that you are able to do from home, opt that. If you are unable to move out, there are multiple options, and trust me, there is no such problem on this earth where you don't have solutions to it. If little bit of permission is given for the time, you ensure that you do that work where that time is permitting you. If entire time you are able to move out, try to opt for that. If entire time you're just supposed to sit at home, try to do that. Just do not back out from your responsibilities. Just do not back out from the passion and the zeal that you carry. But try to find out the solutions which is win-win to all of your loved ones.
wow. But definitely there are very rare cases, might be, where people really don't get that support.
I understand.
डेफिनेटली कहीं ना कहीं वो पिन रहता है जहाँ पर बोलते हैं कि you have to work, whatever work you are going to do, you have to look after your family. Some
Yeah.
people are like this, and some people are like, don't go anywhere, don't do anything. How much you are literated, no matters. You should take care of your family first. Whatever, you should be there inside the home. So for such persons, because we have multiple personalities
Correct.
here, how you'll tackle with such things, ma'am?
So ma'am, to be very honest, it all depends on the objective and the motto of the reason that your family is asking, or your family is stopping you to do. So what is that motto where your family is asking not to do? And if there is something that you can contribute and you can club your passion and your family's motto, nothing less than that. Where the thing that you really want to do, whatever your family is asking you to do, you can try to club that. If there is something which is getting deviated, try to look for the best options where you are able to justify with your relation and the responsibilities that you carry. But once again, do not go against your family members, especially your loved ones. And yes, have that conscious in you that what you are doing is right and it's justified. You are not doing injustice to anyone, is what it matters.
Really?
And if your motto behind that is really true and crystal clear and benefiting someone, I'm sure your family members should agree to it. If not, talk to your family that this is what I really want to do. Of course, what the expectations that you have from me, I'm going to do it in my best possible way. It's just that this is one additional thing which I'm willing to do. In any of the ways, take their consent, convince them.
వావ్ మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నా అండి, ఫ్యామిలీ అగెన్స్ట్ వెళ్ళొద్దు అనేసి అంటున్నారు, ట్రై టు కన్విన్స్ దెమ్ అనేసి అంటున్నారు మ్యాక్సిమం, బికాస్ వీ హ్యావ్ బౌండరీస్. ఎస్, ఉమెన్ హ్యావ్ బౌండరీస్ ఆల్వేస్. ఎప్పుడు మనకి ఇండిపెండెన్స్ వచ్చి ఎన్ని సంవత్సరాలు అయినప్పటికీ మనకి ఉమెన్స్ ఆల్వేస్ హ్యావ్ బౌండరీస్, రైట్ మ్యామ్?
That's true, that's true.
It might be 76 or 77 years of independence, still women have boundaries. But still,
That's very natural. That's how God has made us.
yeah.
And we cannot deny with that fact.
True, ma'am. The nature is like that.
Nature it
The
is.
nature is like that. So ఏం చేయలేము, ప్రకృతి విరుద్ధంగా మనం వెళ్ళలేము అనేసి మ్యామ్ కూడా ఇక్కడ ఒప్పుకుంటున్నారు అంటున్నారు అనమాట. మ్యామ్, tell me one more thing. Your profile is really appreciable, as I told you. You had came up with so many challenges, so many experiences. Can you share the best part of the experience?
Okay. In my professional
Yes.
journey, you mean to say?
The
Okay.
past how many years you have the experience in that very best part and memorable part?
Okay, there are many. So
The best one when you
Okay.
can say like that.
Okay, so before usually before all of my sessions, I really have for my performances, for my sessions, for my workshops, or wherever I go, whatever task I do, I'm well prepared with most of the things. And now off late, it's just about interaction and very spontaneous, just like today. Whatever question is being asked, I justify it with the convincing answer to them. So the memorable thing is, the much I am worried about how will the performance go, or how will the show go, or how will the audience be convinced with it. More than that, I have been getting the responses at the end. So that's where sense of relaxation I receive. And today, the time is something like, if there are more than a couple of days where I don't conduct a session, I am not in a good mood. So if I really want to get geared up, I conduct a session. And I'm in a good mood. Because the kind of satisfaction that you feel at the end of the day, that yes, I have impacted positively to somebody's life, and I'm able to transform positively to even a few souls, I did say I'm successful. So that's
so any of the women approaches you for such things?
Many. Many women, and I do my regular.
Definitely, we can't deny that ma'am has such an inspirable things. I can say inspirable personality, woman who can inspire easily with ma'am words or sentences. Definitely, it's an appreciable, and we can't deny it out, ma'am. Definitely, you are inspirable to so many women. So, looking at you, did anyone? Can you remember any one of women who really came across the problems and yes, now at the present stage she is very good?
Yeah, there are many cases, but I cannot reveal most of them because all these are very confidential.
Yes.
And yes, it is, but they are very happy with it.
All right.
Most of them.
So what next, ma'am? What actually your plans are looking at the future?
Looking at my professional career.
Of course, ma'am, because your family is really good. You're a happy family.
Indeed it is.
Yeah. Then I don't think so there is a question about that, but last but not the least, what are your future plans?
Future plans, yes, as and when whatever opportunity comes forward, I would love to grab it. Especially the things which I haven't done yet, I would love to take that opportunity and keep growing, because there's no dearth of age and learning at any age. So I would love to take up these challenging tasks in future.
Definitely, ma'am. Last one more sentence for a woman who are watching you.
You are change makers. You can do it. Ignite that spark within yourself and just see that the entire environment is supporting you. If you think you can, just go ahead. Ensure that it's not hurting or harming anyone and you're doing justice. Just go ahead. The motto behind that, if it is good, please go ahead. Everyone will support you. Trust me, you can.
రియల్లీ అండి, డెఫినెట్లీ ఆ మాటలు విన్నాక నాకు మాత్రం లోపల నుంచి ఎక్కడి నుంచో పాజిటివిటీ అనేది తన్నుకొస్తుంది. డెఫినెట్లీ చూస్తున్న మీ అందరు కూడా అలాంటి ఫీలింగ్స్ ఉండొచ్చు. ఎందుకంటే దెర్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ ఇంపాసిబుల్ ఫర్ ఉమెన్ అనేసి ఇక్కడ మ్యామ్ అంటున్నారు. ఫ్యామిలీకి చూస్తున్నాం, మనం మోల్డ్ చేస్తాం, వాళ్ళకి ఒక బేబీకి వాళ్ళ పిల్లలకి చక్కటి ఫ్యూచర్ మోల్డ్ చేసి ఇస్తాం. అలాంటిది తన ఫ్యూచర్ చేసుకోలేరా అనేసి అంటున్నారు. థింగ్ ఇస్ దట్ మీలో ఉన్న స్పార్క్ ఇగ్నైట్ చేయండి, దానికి రెచ్చగొట్టండి, దానికి లేపండి. ఎస్, మీరు ఏం చేస్తున్నారో కరెక్ట్ అది అనేసి మీ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్కి కన్విన్స్ చేసి వాళ్ళ సపోర్ట్ తోటి మీరు ముందుకెళ్ళండి. డెఫినెట్లీ సక్సెస్ బిహైండ్ యూ అనేసి అంటున్నారు. రియలీ సచ్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్ స్టోరీస్ యూ హ్యావ్ బిహైండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ అండ్ సో మెనీ ఇన్స్పైరబుల్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ యూ హ్యాడ్ గివెన్.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you for your valuable time, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm humbled and I'm honored to be here.
We are so privileged, ma'am, that you are here. Thank you once again, ma'am.
Thank you.
సో చూసారు కదండి, ఈరోజు మన తరుణిలో మిసెస్ డింపుల్ మెహతా గారికి అలాంటి మరో తరుణిలో మరో డింపుల్ మెహతా గారి లాంటి మంచి పర్సనాలిటీ మేము ముందుకు తీసుకొస్తాము. సిటీ విజన్ చూస్తుండండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
సిటీ విజన్ సింగింగ్ స్టార్.
హాయ్, నేను సింగర్ రవికాంత్. సిటీ విజన్ సింగింగ్ స్టార్ లైవ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ పాడడానికి నేను వస్తున్నాను. నాతో పాడడానికి మీరు రెడీగా ఉండండి. సిటీ విజన్ సింగింగ్ స్టార్ లైవ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఆదివారం 10:30 నుంచి 12 గంటల వరకు. బీ రెడీ, డోంట్ మిస్ ఇట్.
హాయ్ అండి, నేను మీ సింగర్ కమల గాయత్రి. ఈ ఆదివారం ఉదయం 10 గంటల 30 నిమిషాల నుండి 12 వరకు